I forgot to start YouTube before I went live once again. Hello, YouTube people. And starting the recording. Let's see if that works. Yes, hello, recording people too. Which will be YouTube people, but later. Oh, it's true.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, who do we got here? We got Gecko. I think Gecko got first to chat here. Sammy, asking the questions. We got JD Lady, Ultrasonic Nova just stopping by for a streak, and looks like that's it, but thank you for chatting, y'all. Presentation, we're talking about a presentation about Caillou and why he's the worst. My mom would agree with you. She hated Caillou because he whined a lot.
My parents ever had a strong stance on Caillou.
I feel like, I'm surprised.
I don't think I watched him very often. I mostly watched, like, Arthur. I feel like Caillou's the...
I also watched a lot of Arthur.
Caillou is, like, great value Arthur.
Damn. Damn.
Said what I said.
Controversial statement. Nico has decided that stream is not happening, so we're just gonna chill for a second. Let's see. Gecko, you're gonna be painting? Okay, chill. I don't know what slads are. I don't know what those are. If you can explain before you run off to paint land, I'd appreciate it. Caillou pinched his baby sister. Put that in the yeah, you gotta put that in the presentation. You gotta keep the receipts, dude.
Didn't Arthur, like, sucker punch DW at one point?
You know, actually, you're right. This might disprove your whole Arthur's better theory.
Hey, listen, no, he went bigger and badder with it. It was grander.
Yeah, that's where the, like, fist meme comes from.
Yeah. I'm not saying
second
he was
before
right,
he punches DW. Okay, what am I doing here? I gotta get base coats on Mollog here. I did a little bit of priming, by the way. So, I did black all over, and then I did a gray zenithal here. So it's not a true, like, white zenithal, because I really want to do a lot of this painting by hand. And also... Nito, please. Nito, please? No tail. No tail. Okay, and also, he's gonna have a very light underbelly and kind of darker skin up near these scales and on his back. So, if I did a zenithal, it would kind of confuse that because his belly skin will be a lot lighter.
Man, he looks great.
Who does? Mollog? Oh, yay.
Very good even coating, and these are well put together.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I managed to fill the gaps here. So this is relatively smooth. Better than I've done before, at least. Alright, so I'm gonna try to follow a box art color scheme.
I'm so sorry.
Are you laughing at my painting abilities? You don't think I can do it?
No, I looked over and I saw a singular soft Nico paw, like, crawl out from under my monitor just to grab a twisty tie.
Can I show this? Hold on. Here, we're going freehand for a sec. Okay. Oh, Jesus. So that's where Nico is right now. He's just hidden himself between our computers. He's behind the monitor there. So he's being very sneaky.
He thinks he is. He just snuck one singular paw out.
Don't let me do that with my camera ever again. That sucked. That was a little bit hairy for a second there.
I didn't even know what it was you were doing.
I was pointing it at Nico so people could see what he was doing.
Ah.
But it was a little harrowing.
You see what you've done to this family, boy?
So, I am straight up just copying the skin tone from Rock Troggoths, which are a different type of Troggoth, I guess. But I don't care, because it's the best paint scheme for these trolls that I've seen.
Hey, buddy, no.
And I'm taking the heavy metal color scheme, which, according to the heavy metal
come on, son. No.
archive, the fan site, which apparently would be right around this color.
God damn it.
What?
He just turned off my monitor.
Mine just turned off too. Did he static shock it or something?
I'm assuming get off desk.
That's really weird.
I love you, but not right now. The fuck?
What? What'd he do?
My computer just glitched out.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I had a glitch too. It might have been a power surge of some sort, or like a power flicker. Okay, so we've got this sort of color, which I guess is the mid-tone. So let's try to coat this guy up. Now, I want to wet blend this onto my underbelly color. Yeah, you got some Metroid happening over there, babe.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be on my headset.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
No one told you it was supposed to be this way.
Okay, so that's a pretty color.
You see Gecko Gill's comment? Test Mini, a space marine named Testing Tim.
Testing Tim. Oh, let's go.
I have a story to tell you after stream. Just don't forget.
Okay. I might let you forget.
No, it's Dream Journal related.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm trying to put belly color on here right now. We're not zoomed in enough. So I'm trying to put the belly color on here right now. Let me tell you, the wet blending, it ain't happening right now. I don't think I'm putting the paint on thick enough to actually wet blend with. Maybe I'm working too slow. We trying things. Oh, the blue is getting pretty thinned out. That's probably why. I don't know if this is working. I'm freaking a little. I'm freaking out a little. Wait, no, now it's blending. Okay, okay.
Looks good.
Alright, so background. I have not really wet blended, like, ever, and I really wanted to try it here. And so I am just figuring it out live, and I'm freaking out a little bit about it. But, okay. That's kind of the Troggoth colors I'm looking for. I need like a really good like magenta sort of reddish color for the face. Maybe this one. I mean, it's red. How wrong can you go? But it needs to be dark. Oh, Night Sky. The music's low-key helping me paint. I should listen to my own music. It'll help me paint. You're so right. I forgot I had headphones. I knew something was off with the vibe, and it's that I can't even hear my own music. Oh no, why can't I hear my own music? Oh, there it is. Wait. Am I monitoring and outputting? Oh. Okay, I was accidentally out monitoring my own mic feed, which was a little disorienting for a second. I think we're back, and I can actually hear the music now. Can we focus, please? Hello? You're in the middle of the... Yeah, you're in the middle of the frame. Cool, cool, we got there. Well, I'm going to lay in some of this purple color all over the warm parts of the face here. This is really more of underpainting. Then I'm going to throw this on the hands as well. This is just, I feel like I've seen painters do this before. It's just anywhere that I think blood would be collecting, where the skin would get really thin. So elbow. Elbow. Oop. Hands. All right. Wait, I am out of my midtone. Let's get some more midtone then. Okay, now we're white blending. That was a little thick. I got a little overzealous there. Let's just bring this back. Oop. I'm way out of shot here, aren't I? Way out of my frame. Is that working? Might be working. Ooh. Is that a Moonstone mini? Moonstone? No, this is an Age of Sigmar miniature. It was made for Warhammer Underworlds originally, Jonathan. So it's pretty obscure. It was released for, yeah, like a pretty unpopular Age of Sigmar spin-off game like 5 years ago. But he just happens to be playable in Warcry, which is what I play, and I thought he was fun, so I wanted to use him.
You mentioned it originally came with a magazine, right?
It came like you could get it with, it wasn't exactly a magazine, honestly. It was like, I guess it was an issue of Stormbringer, which I think is a magazine, but it was almost like a issue where it was like, hey, we'll give you rules in a mini. Ooh. That was the whole point of the issue, was just to give you this guy. Okay. Are we white blended? I don't even know. I've always loved how pigmented mini paint is. Yeah, I guess I don't have too much experience with like other types of paint to know the difference. Just gonna keep slopping down this base coat here. I don't care if all the details get messed up, just so long as the skin tones start to look good.
Yeah, you can go back and highlight the detail.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to get that, like yellowish white to blue gradient going. Find a transition point between the belly and the back here. Nico, what are you doing, man? Hold on, okay, wait, he got up.
Yeah, don't move your camera for that.
Don't move my camera for Nico?
Not to show. Didn't you say don't let me do that again?
Oh, no, I was just gonna zoom out. He was laying on my desk and he had his head tucked under my monitor. No idea what he was looking for.
Way over here.
Oh, probably.
I won't let him come over here and he still thinks there's a twist tie.
Oh, he's gotta get that.
He's like, it's my favorite.
Them's the rules. This guy, gotta go.
I just got him.
Alright, let's go. Let's throw on the darker tones here. Or get the shadowy region up top here. Hey Bob, nice hat, thank you. Yeah, I decided to be a little bit more like winter cozy today.
It's funny because it's actually kind of warm here today.
It is actually getting a little warm here.
Does anyone have anything they like to do when it starts getting warm outside?
I could have swore I had my rag around here somewhere that I could like dry this brush on. Seems to be gone. More paper towels. Okay, let's check progress here. IR EP civil alert. Okay, thanks for alerting, Bob. Appreciate that. Hmm. Okay, I like how that's looking. Like with a little bit of the red under and then you just blend it. You know, this started out rough, but it is already starting to refine. It's at least starting to resemble the skin tones I want to have. I think things like the arms might be a slightly lighter shade. At least, especially on the bottoms. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's some nice variety right there. You smooth this out. I think this arm, because it's stronger, is also going to be darker, like the scales on the back. That seems to be how these Troggoth guys work. Looking cool so far? Oh, thanks, JD. Thanks for saying so. I'm not used to this process, so I'm also not used to how, like, choppy it looks at this stage. Or right before this stage, rather. Alright, I think I need to switch into some smaller brushes here. Also, mushroom cap could come off of this next section. Just gonna remind myself what I'm trying to do here. So basically, because this is a like skin tone situation, it's not simply a matter of going from shadows to highlights. I also have to map out what tones are going to be in each area and start to transition between them in a somewhat natural way. So one of the things I'm trying to show with Mollog as well, I've noticed with the Rockgut Troggoths, which isn't exactly what this guy is, but they're related. I've noticed with those that where they're strongest, like on their backs and their arms, they tend to be darker blue, and on their underbellies, they tend to be whiter. And so I really think I want to lighten up his whole deal here, because the deal, because Mollog's whole thing, right, is that he basically doesn't do the Troggoth stuff. He just lives in a cave and he tries not to be disturbed and he just eats food. And so, like, his whole deal is that he doesn't really do the soul fighting thing, and now he has to because his home got destroyed. And so he's just looking for a meal and the next place to rest, which is kind of funny. But yeah, he should kind of be extra soft because of that, I think. Warhammer Underworlds it looks. Yeah, this is Mollog the Mighty from Underworlds. I am actually painting it for Warcry, though. I'm planning to use this guy as an ally. So going off that theory, though, about the lighter colors being the less muscular areas, I want to, and the less armored areas, I want to make this right arm here, which he uses for throwing toads around. I want to make that a little bit weaker looking. Well, the hand is plenty strong, but the arm itself is...
Bro is literally me.
Bro is literally me. Exactly. He's so relatable. And that's why I think Mollog is going to be fun to run in this warband for this narrative game. He just tells such a good story.
He's all of us when we're way too tired of house guests.
Exactly. Now he's throwing toads. And other sort of companions and creatures of the cave. Like Batswig. I don't think I'll actually get to play with Batswig the way the rules work out, so still paint Batswig. That's for another night. Hi Nico, what are you doing? My cat just jumped up on the desk. You can't quite see him yet, but I can see him. Right, let's blend in some shadow on the top of the head here. There he is. Hi, Nico. Okay, I think for base colors, this is maybe as much as refinement as I'm gonna get, except that I could possibly really thin down into a glaze here. Throw that back on the elbow and the knuckles. I've been base coating for 30 minutes. Oh, same, so have I. Oh, bless you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, I dare say that is the base coats. Now we gotta do something with them. It's literally just a single color? Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's normally how I do. I think it's time that I build my layers in here. So let's get our shade. Shade tone should be somewhere about halfway between my base coat and my shadow here. And I can blend these smoother later. For skin, if I remember correctly, this type of shadow color can only appear on downward facing surfaces. So anywhere that's upward facing, I will have to remove it later. Oh! Hey, Skaterella, thank you so much for the resub. How you doing, friend? Early Pop, what's good? Not our basketball program, I'll tell you that, but otherwise, doing pretty good. The painting's going good. Yeah, I just started this guy. This is Mollog the Mighty. I just put all these rough skin tones on to try and start making him look nice. So that is what I'm up to. Been working on this for about 30 minutes. Right now I'm trying to figure out where the shadows go. And make those a little darker. Oh, that's definitely a shadow right there. Yeah. Oh, and that's a shadow for sure. Okay. He looks like a baddie. I mean, everyone's baddies. It's Warhammer, but he is pretty cool. I'm gonna pull up my reference picture here.
I think baddie was meant as in a context.
I know, he's cool. I like him. There we go. Rockgut Trogoths.
Damn, that guy's yoked.
He is, yeah.
Your Tinder profile pic versus when you show up to the date.
Yeah. Well, this is his cousin, really. That's not even the species he is of Trogoth. Okay, so these guys are like... Hello. Okay, so their arms are all sorts of highlights here. Okay, cool. So that's really like the bat color, if I'm gonna do it up that way. Let's actually shade down where them scales is. These scales seem to grow from, I think, strength, because there's so many on this side and not the other one. So we'll give those a darker vibe. Like so. And then what we really need is to start bringing some highlights to the rest of these tones. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna lighten the arms up like that. All the tops of them. I think I've already done. I think so. Piglet's cool. How do you do this? I'm just wet blending, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm really just trying to figure it out. I've been painting for over a year at this point, maybe like a year and a half, so I've watched some tutorial videos, and I'm just trying to figure it out. But basically, what the idea is that you leave the paint somewhat wet on there, and you just try to blend different tones together before it dries, and then you get really smooth blends like that. That's the theory, at least. But right now, I'm just trying to roughly get the correct skin tone in each area, because it changes depending on where on the body you are, because he kind of is supposed to go from, box art example, white underbelly to like blue skin on the back. So base colors are tricky. At least that's the effect I'm trying to recreate here. Spider-Man landing pose. I don't know that this is a Spider-Man landing pose. Oh, this mini you're painting is a spider. Okay. I was about to say, like, I don't think Mollog is hitting any sort of pose other than, hey, do you have lunch?
Sorry.
No, that's cool. You can laugh at my jokes. They're intended to be funny.
You get paid a lot of money to laugh at her jokes.
Yeah, I'm always bribing her. Okay, pretend I'm funny today. I need more viewers.
You got it, boss.
Okay. Starting to get a little intimidated by this. What is my next step supposed to be? I don't know. How do we get to the next thing? Thinking in my head. I think the next step might be to go to a smaller brush here and try to, I don't know, start to highlight in the muscle tones on the arms because I have an idea of how those should look. And see if I can at least get some parts of this looking correct. And then that should make it more obvious where I need actual, like, more attention. This is helping a lot, actually. Just trying to trace out these shapes with the midtone. It's giving me a lot more visibility on what's actually happening here. These shapes. It kind of felt like a big blob before. Now I'm sort of seeing ligaments and individual muscles. might just focus on this arm to see if my paint scheme is working. If I can just get this hand and arm looking right, then that gives me a template I can follow for the rest of it. Come on. There it is. I dread painting minis with clawed toes. Why? What are you painting right now? I think you said slans or something? I don't actually know what those are. Or they sound familiar, but I'm not 100% sure what they are. What's so bad about clawed toes anyway?
Don't you know?
I don't, actually.
I don't know, man.
Damn. Sounded like you did. I just hate getting the detail. Having trouble picturing what you're working on, I guess. Okay. Feel like I've somewhat lost the plot here with these highlights. I went a little bit too fast here. Went a little bit too fast up to this highlight level. I think I need to go slower. Needed water too, holy crap. Bless you.
Thanks.
Okay. Gecko, you're gonna make me drink again? Thanks. Alright, we're just blazing this down to try to tone down that last layer of highlights. Alright. Let me look at... How are they doing this? Hands are darker again, that makes sense. Really defined shadows as well. Very defined shadows. Alright, we're gonna shuffle around the music because it's starting to get repetitive from previous weeks. So the first thing I'm doing is going back through and actually getting all these little dark recesses shaded back again. Which is already helping the definition tremendously. You gotta be careful not to do this on upward facing surfaces though. Okay. That's super helpful. Okay. What else do they do? What else are they doing on this thing? So each individual muscle has its own highlight points. It's not the entire length of it. True. Oh, and they seem to have... Oop. Okay. Let's try a couple things I'm seeing. Gonna go back to base tone for the hands. So that'll be our new mid-tone. Cool. That helps with variety right there. And then that's my mid-tone. Then I don't have to go nearly as high for the highlight. Although it will look similar to this color, because this is also not fully highlighted. Oh, we're in the ad break. Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought that was telling me when the ad break was gonna start. Sorry, y'all. I usually try to warn you.
Yeah, you're pretty good about that.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back from the ads, Twitch people. I didn't even see that had started. How you doing?
Figured out why the humidifier sounds all weird when we turn it on.
Oh, why? What was it doing?
This fan in here had more dust than your computers did.
It has a fan?
Yeah, how else do you think it gets the vapor out?
The ultrasonic inducer?
It looks like a fan.
Huh. I had no idea that thing had a fan.
Yeah, it pushes the vapor up out.
Too many ads. I'm sorry, Gecko. I run the minimum amount I can.
It's true. We don't make enough money to feed our family.
Well, not from Twitch, anyway. Alright, we're going for another highlight color here. A little brighter.
Hey, where's your 3-in-1? That's probably still in the bag, right?
Yeah, it's probably still in my tool bag in the closet. Welcome. Okay, cool. Muscle definition's looking good there. Okay, and then if I'm doing highlights on the hand, they have to be a little bit darker in comparison to the rest of the arm. Different fingers. Seems good. Seems plausible. A little bit brighter now. And let's actually get a small brush on this. Oh my god, this song. We doing it again, huh? We doing the song with the lyrics. The one song with the lyrics on the chill hop. No thank you. We skipping. It's for every stream I get the one freaking song with the lyrics that I don't want because it has lyrics. What are we doing, chill hop? Okay. Like... It's not 100%. It definitely needs more. But it's like... It does look good. You at least have the idea of what colors are going in here. You're getting the sense of skin here. Yeah, okay. That is actually looking good. This one also has lyrics, but they're a little less obtrusive. Hey. Ooh, good job.
Thanks.
Sims Girl fits the humidifier. Hello, cottage frogs. How you doing? Jonathan, you're digging the audio? That's rad. I'm glad. Yeah, I listen to Chill Hop in the background. They let creators like me stream their music for free, so that's who I use. Links in the description. I'm not sponsored. They just let me use music for free, so it's pretty cool. I like them. Yeah, I feel like it makes a good atmosphere for painting. Alright, so this is at least proving out the fact that the skin tone works. I don't know what it's missing. It's missing something. Maybe ice yellow, maybe a little bit more actual flesh tone. But I'm gonna leave that part for now and try to focus somewhere else. Cottage frogs. Oh, I was about to say, why do I not recognize this name? I know who that is. Hello. It is the artist formerly known as Hemafrog. How you doing? Cast to the pits? Well, it's the last time I'll say it then. Cottage frogs, very fun. Okay, I've got this cold color here, which, yeah, I want to do the scales next. Let's do scales. Gonna do some Dragon Nightshade here. Just try to fill out all these little tracks. Let that dry for a sec. I'm intrigued by the cracked mud pattern on his back. Would you consider dry brushing to get those edges highlighted? Dry brushing would be the fast way to do it for sure. I'm going to try to pick them out by hand because I'm trying to get practice with edge highlighting. But especially on the actual rock gut Trogoth, you could definitely do that. So here, I'm using the box art as a paint reference. I'm just going to go with Jargon. I'm just going to short your name Jargon. So I'm using Heavy Archive. Booty Jargon, okay. And so these are some rock gut Trogoths, which are related but not the same thing. So you can see on these, though, they've got all these nice spikes on their back, so you could absolutely dry brush the heck out of these. This guy doesn't lift like the rock gut Trogoths. He's a little bit of a homebody. He doesn't get out much. He just likes to sleep in his cave. So he's only starting to develop those muscles on his smashing arm. So I'm having them be a little bit less like defined. Well, those skin patterns give me the ick. Well, it's where his muscles are turning into like stony scales. Sorry to say. I'm gonna try to define that a little bit more, so that it looks more like armor and less like pouch. See, I can just come around the edges like this, and there's not so many that I will have to spend all my time doing this. Yeah, I can do that. Although, first I probably have to pick out the actual pieces with a different color. Make the different faces look... Okay, so this is advanced stuff. They're actually, like, modulating within them. Oh, okay. So they're actually modulating within these to make them look even more, I don't know, interesting, I guess. First off, we're actually going to go darker here, I think. This is perfect dry brush area with the rocks, maybe a few bright dots on the crystal points. Yeah, pretty much. That's the idea. And I'm going very lightly with some Nuln Oil right here to try to get these tracks darker. Which, actually, that is working. Gotta take some of this off here. Cool. Yeah, this is working. I didn't make mine lava themed. I did inner glow blue. Oh, interesting. So you did the same thing? You did like Troggoths as well? That's interesting. I do have a Discord. It should be linked over there on YouTube if you want to pop in and show them off. I'd love to see what you're talking about. Yo, painting your own avatar of Cain. Yeah, it sounded like an avatar of Cain. That's where my mind went immediately. Let's see. That other guy liked my driveway. JD, I'm not following you. Did I forget something I said a minute ago? Many patterns are fine. The example on your phone was gnarly. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are... Well, they're rocks, you know? They're trolls. They got rock skin. Yeah. The dude with the tracky rock back? Oh, he looks like your driveway. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, those guys are a little buffer. Cool, we're gonna let that dry, and then I'll come back later and try to fix those up. Okay, the arm is looking better now that I'm looking at it with fresh eyes. Let's see if we can't do the same magic on the other side here. Now this arm I want to be weaker and therefore paler like the underbelly. So this will be my... yeah. base colors and we'll highlight over that. Although actually, should grab our old mid-tone color to be this recess. Yeah, that way we get our recess color. I need the smaller brush. Might also need more paint on my palette. I'm not the most experienced with working with a wet palette. That's a lie. I've worked with the wet palette quite a bit. I'm having a struggle where I can't tell what's wet and what's dry. So I might have to add some more paint to this soon. If anyone has a tip on how to navigate a wet palette and understand what's wet and what's dry, that would help me a lot right now. And in the future. You still use your thumbnail as a palette. Seems small. Seems small there, fraud friend. Like as a tester, sure, but for actually mixing the paints, that's wild. If you touch it and it's dry, it's dry. Same with wet. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate the insight. Like, is there a way to tell visually? A little brighter now. See if we can't find a mid-tone or find a highlight color. Okay, cool. There's that arm. Yeah, roughed in. Now we go a tone darker for the hands. Oh, here, let's get some more paint on the palette here. Ah. Oh, wow, I've missed a lot of chats here. Okay. I guess visually looks for sort of crust. Okay, I guess I'll look for There's not very many distinct edges, unfortunately. But I'll take it on consideration. And is a little darker once again. Oh, visually, I don't know. I'm not sure. I had assumed you were messing with me, Jonathan. I really did. Okay. Hold on. We've got an avatar of Kane posted in the server. Let me go check this out and I'll get it up on stream. Yes, here we go. Discord. Please work. Hey, it worked. Oh, everyone's getting in on it. Okay, okay. Ooh, okay. It's like an icy avatar of Kane. Oh, little boy. Okay. Chill. I've never seen one that's done in blue before. I really like the green as a contrast, too. Huh. So how do you get the recesses all shaded or highlighted like that, I guess? Also, Frog, you're refining them blends. They're looking refined. Heck yeah. Alrighty, let's actually go back to live for a sec. Well, thank you for sharing. Oh, why is that small? Yeah, I like how that looked. Yeah, that might be drawing. Oh, right, the hands. Yeah. What's up? Oh. What about lactose, though?
Just one cheese.
Okay.
Cheeto.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're eating Cheetos with chopsticks?
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah. I love that because of the delay, I came over and sat down and then watched myself feed you a Cheeto.
Thanks, babe. You posted what you're working on? I thought I saw it. You were doing the blends, right? You were doing more blends? I did not see what Tetra Gill was doing. I'm sorry. I was thinking about cottage frogs. All right. We'll go back one more time. Thank you for everyone in the Discord. I do want to show off what you're doing.
Chopstick Cheeto is a pretty good band name.
Okay, it is showing now. Which you've been working on, Gecko Gill. Okay. Rad base coats. This seems to be some sort of a D&D monster. The scales are looking chill. You've done a good job keeping the scales from getting messy. That's definitely difficult. I certainly haven't kept my stuff very clean. And I would actually look at this, but Nito's in the way. Okay. What chapter are we going for? Is this bare plastic? This looks like bare plastic. Are you painting directly onto bare plastic? That's deranged. Oh my god. It's some primer, please. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but that's... Wow, so... That's your test, Minnie? Test some primer, please. It just makes everything go easier. You have primer, you're just lazy. Okay. You might just be making more work for yourself is all. Okay, that's... That's like a final highlight color. Now I'm just thinking about, didn't someone as a joke invent a Space Marine Legion whose colors are just like 3 different colors of gray? Or no, or is that a joke about making battle-ready models for tournaments? You're gonna make an army where your Space Marines are 3 different shades of gray, and so you paint them to look like they're made of plastic, but they're actually painted. High-level drift, I'd love to see someone pull it off. Couldn't be me, though. You painted your first mini without primer and contrast paint. Oh. Did you at least paint it white before you doing the contrast paint? Carchadons are joined. Those are different. They're slightly off gray and they're sad. That's kind of a flex, IMO. That would be a flex. I think it's only a theoretical idea. I think it's one of them jokes that flies around the community. I don't think anyone's ever done it. I did a base of skin color. Base skin color, very bright white. Carefully in the cracks, getting progressively more blue in the intersections, using a layered approach to make the darker shades carefully up. Okay. Really recommend Duncan R. He's my favorite tutorials because he doesn't rush. Is that Duncan Rhodes? Is that his name? He's the guy with the 2 thin coats paint line, right? He used to be a GW presenter. I think I've seen those videos. Currently, where I'm at in my painting journey is I do watch tutorials sometimes, but sometimes I also just like go for stuff. I'm kind of at a figure it out sort of phase of my painting journey where I'm just like, wet blending? I've seen people do that. Let's try it. Or I'll just like watch a video about wet blending, I guess. I've kind of stopped trying to do the step-by-step. Oh, there's supposed to be some more hand back there. Hold on. But I certainly followed a lot of step-by-step tutorials when I started. And I certainly have some room to go as far as like... Oh, that's too dark. Oh, that's too dark. What am I doing? Nope. Ugh. I certainly have some room to go as far as like, I don't know, doing these skin layers. This is one of the skills I'm really trying to learn right now. It's going okay, but it's a little tricky and I'm a little lost, to be honest. I'm still learning, kind of a learner that likes to look at a lot of tutorials and average the techniques. That is definitely what I used to do, for sure. There's no shame in it, like I said. I might prime half my test mini when it warms up. Half? How are you gonna prime half of it? You gonna just tape it off and like... Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dying of thirst. I didn't realize until I started drinking water. You ever have that moment?
Yeah, 100%.
You start drinking water and you're like dying. Oh, I think I know why, actually. It's because my stomach was upset today. I'm dehydrated.
Shout out to Spavograngle for dying with water.
Yeah. That used to be a much more frequent problem for me. I forgot what it was like back when I ate worse consistently. Anyway. Let's not change that subject. Honestly, just wing it with painting and pick up new techniques. That's pretty rad. I'm actually going to be taking... I'm kind of in the wing it stage. I'm wanting to get out of the wing it stage. I'm actually taking a class at Adepticon to try and get out of the wing it stage of my painting journey. That's the idea, at least. All right, I'm gonna mix half of my shadow color and half of my, well, this darker blue. Whatever you want to call this color. Cool. Yeah, I might need a good, like, number 2 size brush. This one might be okay. It's okay. What kind of paper are you using in your wet palette? You know, I've been going back and forth on this recently. I got 3 things over here right now that I'm switching between. This is kitchen parchment paper. This is, this came with my Picasso wet palette, which is what I'm using right now. This also appears to be like a parchment paper. Both of these I find to be fairly wet, like overly wet. They actually overly thin my paints, in my opinion. One second. Currently, I've got the Masterson's handy palette stuff. This comes with their Stay Wet palettes. I've never actually used this entire pack, and I just have half a sheet of that in here today. And that is a lot drier than what I've used typically. So in this case, it's working because it's allowing my paints to stay a little thicker so that I can, like, do my wet blends. But, you know, the paint is also drying out pretty fast, so I don't think I've solved this quite yet, just what I would say. That is what I'm using right now is the Masterson stuff, but that's I'm literally trying 3 different things depending on the painting session, just to learn what I want. And right now the answer is I don't know. I literally, like, already have them, so yeah, might as well experiment a little. Where we're going? Oh yeah, this. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. Right, now what happens if I do my edge highlighting around and, like, try to define these? So I know on the rock gut Trogoths they would actually do, like, the middle of these. You'd highlight along the middle of them. So that's kind of a different shape. I'm using a wash right now. Washes are cool. I like those. I'm trying not to use washes this time. Ignore the fact I used a wash right here. But I'm trying not to use a wash for the entire skin tone just to force myself to learn how not to use them. But there's definitely no shame in them. I just wanted to see what would happen if I gave myself more control over the result. Oof. It's a little strong. It's a little large. I'll leave that alone and try to get rid of it later. I guess any of the sticky outy sort of edges. Do these little highlights. Okay, gotta try. Let's do a little bit more before I give up on it. Do a little bit more before I give up on this idea. Yeah, I don't think I have to do the whole back to know that that's not exactly what I wanted. How do I make this work? Maybe the white highlights put a contrast on top? See, they're not quite white. They're actually like a bluish color. I could tone them down, but it's just... having the lights in those places doesn't really make sense. I mean, maybe if I just focused on the top edges of these, try and give some dimension to it. Or super thin shade you apply over the cracks. Yeah, I did that already, actually. That's what the black is here. Alright, let's... Bless you. I don't know. Gives me I don't know. Why are you coughing into my mic so much, babe?
Sorry.
You need a cough drop or something?
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay. I am worried about you.
Why?
Sorry, I don't know. Because you're coughing a lot. I'm not just upset that you're coughing in the mic, although it might be...
You
might
can
not
have
be
my
the-
mic off.
Might not be the most pleasant thing at home. Okay. I'll meet you.
I'm just gonna try it here.
Well, I got a humidifier running. Shouldn't be that dry.
I don't know.
Okay, let's try this. Well, on top of the white as well, I've seen people purposely overpaint the hedge highlight and then reapply a base on top. Huh. But they're not, like, sharp. I'm okay exaggerating them right now. Ugh. Paint's drying really quickly. Okay, that's working. See, it's not the sharpness that I'm worried about, it's that I was trying to make them the wrong shape. Maybe go down a little bit on the highlight tone and try stippling on the most raised areas toward the light. It's still the back, you don't need to over-highlight it. True. Although, especially this part here would be catching quite a bit of light, I think. And I don't mind calling attention to it. Yeah, I see your point about intentionally breaking up the highlights somewhat. And not making them, like, perfectly straight or anything. Okay, here I wouldn't really have any, because that's sort of a dimple. Up here... This at least looks like something, you know? Yeah. See, like, I feel like this is working. Little bits of highlight trying to give the idea that these are like sharp rock edges. Thank you. Thank you, Jargon. I'm glad we figured it out. I could definitely use things like shades and glazes like you're talking about to try and blend this in and make it look a little bit more natural if need be. I definitely have quite a bit of that kind of work to do on this mini, but I'm trying not to get into that right now. I just want to get my basic colors and concepts established right now. My refinement skills are still, well, not very refined, so I'm trying to just focus on the basics right now, or the basic composition of this mini right now, and then maybe I can come back and refine things if I feel I have time. Also, I just need to get this to a tabletop, you know. I had to stop myself from over-highlighting pretty often. Interesting. See, I usually have the opposite, is that I don't highlight enough. 3-foot test. Ooh. Yeah, that's doing something. Although, what I want to do now is actually modulate some of these scales. Just go a little thinner. Oh, I need transparency here. Yeah, there we go. It's not quite dark enough. I just want to darken the bottom of some of these. Or maybe I should be lightening the tops of them. Just to make them, yeah, stand out as a little bit darker than the rest of the skin, even more than I'm already doing. Yeah. Ah, thanks, Bill. Yeah, I'm loving how this looks. This is a really cool effect right here. Now I might need some blends to get it back to my skin tone around here. Yeah, around the edges where it does turn back into skin. Should lighten it out a little bit. Nice. Cool. We sort of got an arm, we got the back, got a little bit of the coloration going on the back right now. So I've seen another cool thing that I might want to try on this dude, which is that sometimes people make, I've seen these warts painted really dark. Comparison to everything else. Which this color I've chosen isn't super dark in comparison to everything else. Maybe I go into the purple here? Yeah, actually, that's pretty cool. Now it looks like there's a little broken ice in a lake. I really like that. Chill. Yeah, I like that you can kind of just see the rock scale things forming a little bit. Okay, not every ward has to be purple. Just a lot of them. Okay, and there's another couple scales right here. Just darken this area a little bit. Which will even help the head stand out a bit. Blend that through. Alright, Twits Foots, looks like you got another ad coming up in a minute here. I'd appreciate you sticking around. Looks like I'm gonna do a little bit more after the break here, try to go to like 9:30-ish probably. We're getting some concepts on the skin here. I really do like these warts as some, like, I don't know. Contrast, is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, just as like a contrast. It's a nice, gross sort of troll feature. I like that. Cool. Oh, I haven't even painted anything for his feet. Holy crap. Let's at least base coat those right now. Okay, and then I think with the remainder of stream here, it would be helpful if instead of focusing on doing more highlights on the skin, I could block in some more basic things like base coats for fingernails, teeth, eyes, maybe not eyes. Eyes are a lot. Maybe the pants, just so we can kind of get a sense of this overall color scheme. Actually, I'm not sure on the pants yet, but I could at least do whatever the word is. Oh, fingernails. Fingernails I can do. Yeah, bone white would be enough. Thought I saw a new ad. Sorry. Thought I saw a new chat message. Guess not. No problem there. Hey, okay, since Twitch is on the ad break, how many people we got watching on YouTube right now anyway? Oh, 7. Damn. That's pretty good for YouTube. Thank you for being here, folks. Glad you clicked on the stream. Since you're also all like YouTube people, you probably watch my videos. I am working on one right now. I can tell you, I am working on it. I got all the A-roll put together, and I've got a lot of B-roll put in it, which means I need to do like little inserts. I need to do audio. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more audio and like visual editing this time to keep it more interesting, because I want to get my retention up and practice those skills. But I am actively working on one, and I'm actually recording this so that I can make the whole Mollog situation as part of a larger video too. So I've got one editing and one, well, filming right now. So I am working on more videos for y'all. I got really sidelined on getting this new camera set up. And that's actually what the video is going to be about, is just me talking about this camera. Because I'm like way overexcited about it, and I think the best way to get that out of my system is just to explain all the things about cameras to y'all. So who knows if that'll like be up people's alleys. I'm gonna give it a shot. And then... Well, what? Oh, and then back to forum with a actual video about miniatures and carrying cases, the next one. Cottage Rod says Grackle is popular. Aw. Thanks. It is really touching the amount of people that are actually watching my streams these days. I should save this for when people get back from ads. Because I only got... Okay, now people are back from ads. Okay, I was just reading Cottage Rod's message. That I'm popular or something. That's fun. That's nice. But I was going to say, it is really touching how many people are watching streams these days. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. Both on Twitch and YouTube side. It's like super cool. One of my early goals, funny enough, was just to have enough people watching me that they would remind me to drink water so I wouldn't forget to drink water. And that hasn't quite happened yet because y'all still let me die of thirst, but we're getting there. And I appreciate that. Oh, crap. Well, I was asking for it, wasn't I? Thank you, Cottage Frogs. Ah. Oh man, I really like that nail-based color. Oh, thanks. This is, where'd it go? This is literally just like bone white from the Game Color series. So, I'm gonna probably wash these with the contrast paint for Skeleton Horde, I think is what it's called. From Citadel, and then that'll make them really nice and grody looking. This at least shows me where the nails are, because I've apparently undershot them over here. It's gonna be a whole hoot to paint this frog, too. It's gonna be a challenge. But I'm looking forward to it. You're finishing up painting for the night? Okay, I'm getting close to it. Well, actually not really. I've got another, like, half hour to go here, maybe. But, yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, we got fingernails there. I'm definitely going to put a big old dog nose on this guy. That's going to be fun. Maybe I should do that right now at the remainder of my time here. Just bring this purple up to like a pink. Give him a big old schnoz. You'll post pictures of the finished mini tomorrow? Okay, cool. I'll look out for it. I haven't tried it yet, but that looks like a good off-white base coat for the eyeballs. Oh, absolutely. That would be good for eyeballs. I'm not sure about eye color for this guy. I feel like a purple or like reddish eye, or even just leaving them black, might be good. Let's see what the... Yellow, huh? That's interesting. That's a choice. What do the cousins have? Yellow. Okay, also yellow. I think that works compositionally. I'll just steal. Do I not have ice yellow? I thought I had an ice yellow. I guess I have to buy ice yellow. Here, I'll mix demonic yellow with this color and see where that gets us. Oh, ha. Not even mixing on camera. Okay, that's like the eye-based color I've got. Right, and I have some truly tiny synthetics. Some microplastics, if you will. Huh. I did in fact do it. Just... Wow, you can barely see it. His eyes are so close to closed. That's a little subtle. Maybe we'll... Well, now I've certainly overpainted the socket, but... I can live with that. I'll just paint it back in. Okay. And are these black irises? Sort of a blue? Sort of a blue. These are much smaller than what I was looking at there. Hmm. Doing eyes is always like this. Pardon the focus blast here. As I just... Okay, that is real tiny. Alright, it's like a slitted eye, but I don't mind it. And this side here is almost more a suggestion of an eye. Alright, so now if I come back in here with my purplish color, hey, okay. Those look like eyes. Black seems like a good choice if you want that beady look. It's true. There's just something... The blue is kind of interesting, though. Like, you can barely see the eyes. They are very small. But I think they work. Okay. What else can I do with the skin tone right now? I guess this. I'm a little afraid to do this right now. I don't actually have an idea of what colors I would go to make this shiny nose happen. Have I missed anything? There's some rough blends. Oh, I guess what I haven't done is actually highlighted my underbelly color, which my bone white would also be good for. So let's mix that in. Oh boy. I think this brush might just be done for. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Just a little bit of highlighting for the belly. Cool. Well, goodness, I sure did spend a lot of time on this skin here, and it's looking pretty cool, I'd say. It's looking all right, or possibly more than all right. I think in the spirit of having this dude battle ready, this might be good enough for now. And what I need to do here is start to fill in base colors for everything else. I only have 3 weeks to finish this guy before Adepticon. So even if I have to kind of leave the skin in this chunky highlight phase, that would be okay because I can finish it up at Fort Wapple. While I'm actually at Adepticon, I can go back in and, you know, get some other painters to tell me how to paint better so that I can, like, make him look really good. But he at least has to have all his colors by then. So for a first wet blend experience, for the first time in a long time that I'm actually doing layering skin up manually and not just speed painting it and doing all these layers, I feel like this is going pretty darn well. It's somewhat recognizable as blue skin. I mean, there's roughness, there's some areas where it's not entirely reading how I want it to. But overall, feeling pretty positive about this. This is also fun. I agree, this is really fun, y'all. So, Yeah, I think I'm gonna call stream here, folks. I'm a little tired right now, so I think we're gonna call it. Although, one last thing before I go, I did want to show y'all a thing I figured out, which I made a handle out of an old pill bottle. That's pretty common, but I really wanted it to have some nice weight, and so I filled it with shiny rocks, so that Mollog won't just fall over. And let me tell you, that's been working pretty well. And it has a passive enchantment buff on my painting skills, so pretty great. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna end the recording there. Bye, future YouTube. And current YouTube folks, that is all. I'm probably gonna head off here, so much better than what I can do with skin. Thank you. Well, you know, I've been practicing, but I'm sure you can get there someday. And I'm gonna get even better someday too, because this is like, it's kind of working. Anyway, well, thank you for your compliment. I'll take it in the manner it was intended. But yeah, have a good night, YouTube live stream people. We'll see you next week on Tuesday. Cool. If you don't want the rocks to rattle, maybe still have some plastic wrap in there. No, I like the rattling. It's fun. You know, if I ever get bored, I can just, like a baby, you know, just keep myself entertained.